I think we talked about these Fresno Bulldogs before.
Yeah, I've been locked up with them.
Yeah, you told a story about being in prison with some Fresno Bulldogs. I think was it the county jail or prison?
Prison.
Oh yeah, they wouldn't be in the L.A. county jail. I'm tripping.
Of course not. No, I was in Wasco reception with them. They off the chain, no structure. If you one of them like older black dudes or older like regular Mexicans that need your sleep and you just one of them old inmates, you should be in house with them. Ain't you know? What I'm saying? It didn't bother me because I was hella young then. They barking just for nothing. They it was in. They were the plats like us. They hitting our coffee cups. Drink. Ain't no Southerners, no Southsiders about to hit my coffee cup after me. You know what I'm saying?
Now, do you know about when there used to be Southsiders or they used to be Northerners, or now they decide we're not going to be nothing, we independent? You know that little history that they had.
Yeah, I done heard it before. I think there was like Northerners though, right? There was Northerners, and then it was some kind of like discrepancy. And then you know, so they did their own thing. But that'd be disrespectful to say that. I'm about to say it's like they kind of PC'd up, but they segregated. They can't jail with neither one. But
Well,
it's crazy. But the Southsiders and the Northerners, they didn't made some kind of they came to some common ground in jail. You know what I'm saying? And they blended some of them nowadays. But it's no way Jose when it comes to the Fresno Bulldogs.
yeah, they were in 2019 or I say 2018. They were in Solano and they were there with the Southsiders.
Different yards.
No, it was it didn't last long though.
Who you talking about? Northerners or Bulldogs?
The Bulldogs. The Bulldogs were in Solano on the yard with some Southsiders, and I was talking to a guy that was running the yard back then. This is the guy that was involved in the F-13 East Coast Crip peace thing. So I was talking to him about the Bulldogs, and he said, "Yeah, we had the Bulldogs over here, but I had to kick them out." And I said, "What happened?" He said, "Well, I let the Bulldogs program on the yard." He said there was there was a bunch of phones. Since it was only a few of them and it was a bunch of us, I gave two phones for the Fresno Bulldogs. I assigned them those two phones, and then the rest of the phones were for the Southsiders. He said that the Bulldogs would just use all the phones. He said we were trying to get along with them. They would just use any phone they wanted to. They didn't respect the rules, so he had to they got rolled up off that yard in Solano.
Bulldogs don't follow rules, bro. They a lawless gang. No, for real, but they do what they want. I'm telling you, like, man, if an old cranky convict doing time, it ain't for him. Like young and you just like me on how I was when I was like gelling, it wouldn't have bothered me and stuff. But no, that shit funny to me.
All right, let me read this article. This is from the Sierra Sun Times up in the Fresno area. 38 gang members and associates charged in federal complaint called Operation Shock Collar.
They names be crazy.
Operation Shock Collar in Fresno. Um,
For the viewers, you said shock, like you shocking somebody.
yeah,
Right,
like electric shock,
right.
shock collar. Okay, so it says here up to 500 federal agents and local law enforcement personnel executed 54 search warrants in Fresno County, city of Huron, and the surrounding communities. Throughout the investigation, law enforcement seized firearms, ammunition, methamphetamine, heroin, and cocaine. 89 criminal street gang members and associates were arrested and charged with crimes in federal and state court. The complaint unsealed in June 2025 charges 38 members and associates of the Huron Dog Life, Coalinga Dog Life, San Joaquin Ruthless Perros cliques of the Bulldog Street gangs with various drugs and firearms trafficking offenses. And then it just goes on to list a bunch of crimes, and they also list a bunch of names of guys. And it looks like, I mean, 38 is a lot, but it's not a lot because a hood could easily replace, a hood could easily replace membership like that. It doesn't really have an impact on the hood.
That's from like three different gangs, though. Three different Bulldog fractions. They just name, right?
Yeah, I don't know if they're considered cliques but it's all under Bulldog. So they got the
Right.
Huron Dog Life, Coalinga Dog Life, and San Joaquin Perro Clique. Perro is also dog in Spanish. Cliques of the Bulldogs.
This operation led to nearly 90 arrests. The suspects are charged with everything from drug trafficking to murder. And officials say this is just the next step in them dismantling organized crime in the Central Valley. Law enforcement putting a leash on the Bulldog Street Gang.
They operated like a corporation, but their business was crime, chaos, and fear.
The FBI launched Operation Shot Caller in early spring. Their goal? To bring down 3 of the gang's factions.
This gang wasn't just tagging walls. They were trafficking guns, flooding the streets with dangerous drugs, smuggling drugs into jail and sending orders out of jail.
Federal, state, and local officials arrested 89 people. 38 of them are charged for trafficking weapons and drugs.
We're not just arresting individuals, we're disrupting entire criminal operations.
They say this was a long, expensive process, and it required all hands on deck.
The real heroes are not the people who are standing up here. The real heroes are the people who are standing in the back of this room.
The operation took upwards of 550 officers, but Fresno County Sheriff John Zanoni says it was worth it. He says the operation allowed them to solve a 2017 murder.
We went back 8 years and solved the case to bring justice to that family.
But the operation's not done yet. 4 suspects are still on the run.
We know who you are, and we know where to find you. And law enforcement will not stop until you're brought in to answer for your charges.
They say they'll continue doing operations like this until every hidden gang member is brought into the light. Now, this operation is actually the launch to the FBI's larger Summer Heat initiative. It's a nationwide operation to dismantle organized crime all over the country. And Fresno County leaders say they're honored to be the ones to kick it off. Live at the federal courthouse, I'm Brianna Bias, KC24, local news that matters.
So I don't think it's going to do a blow to the Bulldogs, and I'll give you a good example. Black P-Stones, BPS, they've been indicted twice, bro. And in both indictments, they arrested at least 50 or more people. One was in 2003, the other one was like 2008. And the BPS Jungle Stones never lost a beat. It just shows you that all these RICOs and the arrests, it don't do anything. Like, if you listen to the press conference, they'll say, yeah, this is a big blow to the BPSs. We took out their leadership, and this is going to hurt them for many years to come. And the BPSs are out there the next day like nothing ever happened.
Yeah, they did us. Only took 13 people.
Oh, they only... So IF got one indictment, one federal indictment?
13 people.
Yeah, that ain't really...
13. I ain't gonna say that ain't nothing because I ain't trying to tease them people.
Yeah.
But I know I was in the county jail one year, and the 40s came to jail, deep as hell.
Oh yeah,
But shout out to Tommy Wolfie from Brim. That's my boy. He was on the case for 3 of them because it's a big old indictment, but everybody got their own cases under that indictment. My boy from Six Dudes Brim was on the case for 3 40s. He was high. I said, so you got to go to court with them 3 dudes and be chained up with them going to court, walking in court every court date. Like, it's crazy though.
Now the 40s that you just mentioned, 2009 they were indicted. It says here 74 members of the Rolling 40s Crips indicted in October of 2009.
I was in there. They came to jail deep. I said, damn, bro. You ready to fade? Squabble, squabble.
Yeah, and they probably sent half of them to the state and half to the feds because they like to share.
Yeah, I don't know how many went to the feds. A lot of them came to the state, though.
Yeah.
But a lot of these indictments, let's just say, okay, the BPS was 50. All of them wasn't from BPS.
I know.
Those are just people that got caught up in that indictment, just like the homie from Brent got caught up with the 40 indictment. Just like they flashing people on the news when they, out of them 13 people they got with the families, it was a Tongan on there. We don't got no Tongans from the hood.
Yeah, let's see. The Black P-Stones had,
The Legends had like 4 or 5.
Okay, here's the 2011. This is their second indictment. 75 members and associates of the Black P-Stones charged in Operation Red Dawn. That was 2011. And they had just did one in let's say 2007. So within 5 years, they got federally indicted twice. And this one was 75 guys.
Okay, this is right there with the 40s.
Yeah. And I don't know what the goal is here. I don't know what when you listen to them talk, they act like they're having a positive impact on gangbanging.
Okay, all of it is around that election time. You said October, 'cause, you know, they do the mayors and stuff. That'd be like October, November. So the BPS is what? Around what time?
Well, this one was May 2011.
Okay, that's okay. Because the 40s is right on time. They shit was October. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, the first person named in this BPS indictment from 2011 is a girl from Inglewood named Tiana Bowden, aka A Dog. Oh, I think I remember who she is. She might have been, yeah. So that it says from Inglewood, and everybody else is from L.A.
Probably not even from Inglewood. Her ID just say that. You know, that's how they be doing it.
Yeah, sometimes they just put your address.
You're like so-and-so of Palmdale, but they straight from where they from. Like,
Most of these guys is they're out. They've been out. But yeah, this Fresno Bulldog one, it's a pretty big one. But I mean, at what point?
shout out to Bulldogs, man. Free them.
At what point do we realize that this is not the way to have a positive impact on gangs in LA? Because I'm bringing that up because that's how they present it. They present it as we're doing something great for the community, we're impacting gangs, we're sending a message to the youth, and that's not what any of these Ricos really do.